study conducted by JICA's predecessor, the Japan Overseas Technical Cooperation Agency. 1 year later, in 1974, Seoul in South Korea opened its first subway. Vietnam soon followed. After nearly half a century and 6 administrations from the 1973 Japan study, under the strong-willed leadership of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte and our indefatigable Secretary Arthur P. Tugade,
There you have it, everyone. Kaunlaran, the TBM #1 of the Metro Manila Subway Project. This gigantic machine will dig underground and will lay the tunnels which will connect, specifically the Depot and Quirino Highway Station of the partial operability section. Indeed, this project has gotten exciting. Joining us also in this remarkable event is none other than the presidential spokesperson of President Rodrigo Duterte. Let us all welcome Secretary Herminio Harry Roque Jr. for his speech.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Koshikawa, the best DOTR secretary that we've ever had, Secretary Tugade, the best finance secretary we've ever had, Secretary Dominguez, my favorite DPWH secretary, Secretary Villar, and of course, my seatmate, Chairman Abalos, to Mr. Ego Akusikawa of JICA, to all the USECs, ASECs of DOTR, and all the departments represented today, good morning to all of you. On behalf of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, let me allow me first to congratulate the DOTR, the JICA, and the Japanese government for this historic and momentous event. Sa wakas po, magkakaroon na tayo ng subway. We were the first to have the LRT in the whole of Asia, and although we were a bit delayed in having our subway, now we can say we have truly modernized our transportation in this country. The arrival of this equipment is significant because it contributes further to what I have described as the renaissance of Philippine infrastructure. As you know, the president has many critics, and they will not stop until they regain power. But presidents will come and go. But in the annals of Philippine history, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte will be remembered for the renaissance of infrastructure, for beating COVID-19, and of course, for all the social legislation that he so shepherded, including universal health care and free tuition in state colleges and universities. Let today's event be recorded in the annals of Philippine history as another first of the Duterte administration. And to his critics, I have only this to say, manigas kayong lahat. Good morning to all of you.
Thank you so much, Secretary Roque. May we also invite the Secretary of Department of Public Works and Highways, Mark Villar, for his message of support.
Person, napakagaling, someone I'd known for a while, especially in Congress, very intelligent, very, he's a man who's unparalleled. So I'd like to welcome our presidential spokesperson, Senator, pasensya, Secretary Harry Roque. Pasensya na, bagay kasi Senator, it rolls out of the tongue much better. So sorry, pasensya na, Secretary, nakamali lang, tao lang po. And of course, His Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, it's a pleasure to be in your presence. His Excellency Kazuhiko Koshikawa, thank you, sir. And of course, we have here our MMDA chairman who's, believe me, during the implementation, the role will be critical in this implementation. With our projects, it's absolutely critical, the role of the MMDA, because they'll be the ones who are helping with the traffic management, and that's very critical. Our new chairman, Benor Abulos, sir, welcome. And of course, the I see behind him, GM Jun Magno of the PNR. Of course, Mr. Jay Santiago, the general manager of the PPA. And of course, we have with us our Deputy Speaker, Congressman Wesley Gatchalian. Yan. So, Sec, of course, TJ, galing mo TJ. For such a young guy to be able to accomplish such a momentous feat, it's really amazing. I'm so impressed with the whole team of the DOTR. Sec Art, like I said earlier, I don't really have a speech, but I remember going with you to Japan. You know, even though we're not directly involved in the subway, I was there to witness what you had to go through to get to this point. The work that you had to put in. I don't think anyone will ever really truly know or appreciate the hard work that it took to get to this point. And I'm saying this because I was witness to it. I was there with Sec Art in all the trips to Japan, in all the negotiations for the loans, the financing, the feasibility study, the detailed engineering design. It's years and years of hard work to get to this point. That's why this is a historic event. I can't say enough for Secretary Art Tugade, a man that I admire very much and I look up to. And I only hope that, Sec Art, I hope you continue your service because the people need you in one way, shape, or form. Sir, I think, you know, I've been in politics for a long time, been witness to it. There are very few people like you, sir, who can really help push our country forward. So, Sec Art, that's my wish that you continue serving the country in some way, shape, or form. I don't know, maybe the Senate, ewan ko lang, maybe, but I think the country needs you, Sec Art. And I just like to say again, to get to this point where we are today, it's truly an amazing feat. Snappy salute to you, Sec Art, my idol, my Batman, and to the rest of the DOTR. You guys are amazing. You did amazing work, and I can't say enough about it. Congratulations. It's an honor to be part of this historic event. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Secretary Villar.
This is the fourth affair which you have inaugurated on the project between the government of Japan and the Philippines and with JICA. I appreciate your oneness, I appreciate your effort, and certainly giving us your time, notwithstanding your very hectic schedule. Your participation today, as in the past and as will be in the future, is deeply appreciated. To my friend Aiko-san in JICA, I thank you for the continuing funding support being afforded by JICA. And I'm really appreciative that you are a strong pillar in the project of the Department of Transportation by providing the funds. Today, sir, I have a wish. I hope that one day the interest you impose on the funds you give to us will be reduced by 0.5%. And also, perhaps you can consider adding 1 or 2 more years in the grace period you have afforded. In that case, I will say that indeed JICA's participation is truly a source of strength, a source of inspiration for us to undertake this project. I express my appreciation, deep appreciation to the contractor, the joint venture of Shimizu, Takenaka, Fujita, and EEI. Thank you very much, sir. Maraming salamat ho for handling this project. But more importantly, I am grateful to your commitment that the Philippines and the Filipino people will see the realization of partial operability, as you mentioned in your speech earlier, in December of this year. Believe me, sir, Mr. Castillo, I will hold you to that commitment. I'm also grateful to the members of the cabinet who are here, who, notwithstanding their very tight schedules, find time, notwithstanding that it's too early in the morning, to be here with us. I am especially grateful to Secretary Sunny Dominguez. As aptly put by Secretary Mark Villar, Secretary Sunny is our guru, our coach, our strong pillar in the economic team in the build endeavor. He has always been there, providing the guidance, the inspiration, and the funds for us to be able to undertake projects so that in due time we will achieve what President Duterte has committed, the golden age of infrastructure. Iba ho talaga si Sec Sunny. Words may not be enough to describe his commitment and patriotism, but all you have to do is to work with him, and you will see that there is a patriot in him working for the benefit of the Filipino people in the country. Sec Sunny, sir, maraming salamat po. Alam ko po na meron kayong appointment papunta na sa BRRM. Pero sabi ni Sec Sunny, magsasalita si Ambassador, magsasalita si Sec Roque at Villar. Maiiwan ako at papakinggan ko kayo. Sir, maraming salamat po. I'm also grateful to my friends, the Batman and Robin team of the infrastructure projects, Secretary Mark Villar, the youngest in the cabinet. Pero maski na ho pinakabata yan, hindi ho mahuhuli sa performance. Soft-spoken, quiet. Maski binabatikos at sinasabing ang infrastructure hindi matatapos, sige-sige lang si Secretary Mark. In fact, pinakita niya kung paano siya magtrabaho in quiet and as effective as he can be. Lately, naging operational ho yung Skyway 3. Sinasabi ko nga sa kanya, Sec Mark, palagay ko pinatayo mo yung Skyway 3 para sa amin sa DOTR. Kasi ang opisina ho ng DOTR sa Clark, yung mga galing sa Manila, galing sa Quezon City, dumadaan ho sa Skyway 3. Noon ho, nagbabiyahe kami papuntang aming tirahan, papunta sa Clark, easily 2.5 hours. Mr. Sec Villar, tumatakbo ho kami ngayon, 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1 hour and 45 minutes. Every day, I see the effect of your work. At surely and surely indeed, wala na hong 4 hours pa uwi. Kasi pag umuwi ho kami noon, Mr. Castillo, minsan 4 hours kami. With the Skyway 3, with the project of Mark Villar, wala na ho yan. Sir, maraming salamat at maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo ngayon. Senator Mark Villar. Nagpapasalamat din ho ako kay Harry Roque. the indefatigable spokesperson of the President, na kung saan linalatag niya yung pulisiya, yung panukala at panuntunan ng Administrasyon Duterte. Nandiyan dyan ho yung sigla, yung patriotism at commitment sa kanyang pagpapahalaga ng pag-anunsyo ng panukala, panuntunan at pulisiya ng ating mahal na Pangulo. Salamat ho, Secretary Harry. I know that you have a trip at 10 o'clock but you still found time to be with us today. Maraming salamat po. I appreciate and I express my appreciation to Deputy Speaker, Deputy Speaker Congressman Gatchalian. Alam niyo ho, taga Valenzuela to. Yung kooperasyon ng Valenzuela sa proyektong ito, talagang one for the books. The cooperation they have extended, magugulat ka. Pag kailangan namin ng clearance at permit, sabi ng mga tao niya, sabi ng tao ni Mayor Rex, submit the documents. Sabi ni Mayor Rex, saka na yung dokumento, approve, documents to follow, and we are able to move fast and quick with the quality performance in our project. Kong, maraming salamat, iparating ang pasasalamat namin sa siyudad ng Valenzuela at kay Mayor. Kung wala ho kayo, hindi namin maitutulak at maiusad itong proyektong ito. I give my appreciation and gratitude to the MMDA Chairman. Alam nyo ho, notwithstanding the pressures of work and the personal, emotional thing that he is experiencing these days, nawala po ang kanyang mahal na ina. But notwithstanding, pumunta pa rin si Chairman Benhor Abalos dito. Sabi niya, Art, bago ako, magkaisa tayo. I will show my oneness with the Department of Transportation and the MMDA. I shall participate. Chairman Abalos, maraming salamat po. Last but certainly not the least, nagpapasalamat ako kay TJ Batan at yung rail sector na kasama si Jun Magno, kasama si Emard Ehe, sila ho, halos ilatigo ko yan at ilatigo ko para matapos ang proyekto. I know that I have pressured you and pressured you so hard in order to have this project. I thank you. But as I thank you, I assure you, I will pressure you harder and push you harder so that we achieve the partial operability at best and in my target December of this year, at worst, and in the target of the contractor at worst, February of next year. Alam niyo ho, nung ginagawa itong programang ito, nag-usap ng isang programa yung ating mga rail sector upang sa ganun maisip at mabigyan ng pangalan yung unang tinatawag natin na tunnel boring machine. May contest. Pangalanan kung anong pangalan ng tunnel boring machine. Meron hong pangalan Pearl of the Orient Seas. Meron hong pangalan Kasaganahan, Kaligayahan, sari-saring pangalan. Ang nanalong pangalan sa kanilang programa ay Kaunlaran. This tunnel boring machine symbolizes its name, Kaunlaran. Today, we ask you as we applaud the coming of Kaunlaran, I ask you, join us in riding the tunnel boring machine and riding the first Philippine Metro Subway because ito ho ay paglakbay papunta sa Kaunlaran. Sa inyong pagdalo ngayon, maraming salamat po. Marami pa hong programang ating bubuksan at partially operate at ating tatapusin itong taon na to. Nang sa ganon, mabigyang katugunan at katotohanan ang sinabi ng ating mahal na Pangulo, make the Filipino life comfortable. Mr. President, Metro Manila Subway is one of the answers of DOTR in answering your clarion call of making the Filipino life comfortable. This tunnel boring machine and the 5 more that are coming, so that we achieve partial operability by December of this year, is our way of saying this morning, Mr. President, we are committed to making the Filipino life comfortable. Sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat.
The first tunnel boring machine of the Metro Manila Subway Project. With this, may I call on the following officials to proceed in front and do the honors of unveiling and ribbon cutting. First is Ambassador Kazuhiko Koshikawa, followed by DOTR Secretary Arthur Tugade, BOF Secretary Carlos Dominguez, DPWH Secretary Mark Villar, Presidential Spokesperson Herminio Hare Roque Jr., Chairman of Metropolitan Manila Development Authority Benjamin Benhur Abalos Jr., JICA Philippines Chief Representative Eigo Azukizawa, House Deputy Speaker and 1st District Representative of Valenzuela City, Wesley Gatchalian, DOTR Undersecretary Timothy John Batan, Shimizu Fujita Takinaka EEI Joint Venture Mr. Roberto Jose Castillo, PNR General Manager June Magno, ASEC Fidel Igmedeo Cruz Jr., and ASEC Amard Ehe. Everyone, let us witness the ribbon cutting and unveiling of Metro Manila Subway Project's TBM number 1 kaunlaran in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. At this point, we would like to call on our honorable guests and officials in 3 batches for the photo opportunity. For batch 1, may we call on Akira Fukuyama and Carla Bautista from JICA, Embassy of Japan First Secretary Mr. Kudo Hiroyuki, Minister Masahiro Nakata, Mr. Hiromasa Yamamoto from SFTE JV, and Akihiro Fujiyoshi from OC Global JV.